What is going on, everybody?
Hello.
It is Pixbarters here, and welcome back to Paranormasight. When we left off, we're continuing our investigation as, oh gosh, what's our name under our current one again?
Yumeko.
Yes, we are investigating with Yumeko and Soto, trying to figure out some of the paranormal happenings going on here. We're starting to discover about curses left, right, and center already on this stuff.
And my theory is this guy's a murderer.
He's definitely involved in some shady business. Even his profile is aware of that.
I mean, also look at those eyes.
And the way he was talking to us before. Let's bop the body.
This is Yoshiatsu Yamashina. He's a tycoon with multiple properties and companies to his name, mostly based here in Iseshima. He's long been rumored of being involved in various shady dealings. Yep. Oh my god, the 1,000-yard stare. Blink, motherfucker, he did. Special Investigations has had an eye on him for a while now, but they haven't managed to find any concrete evidence so far. It seems he has a knack for pinning the blame on his subordinates before finding a way to slip away. What a coward. Needless to say, he and the police are quite familiar with each other by this point. They're in his pocket. Though I don't doubt he has local police chiefs and politicians under his thumb behind the scenes. There's no need for me to get involved in all that. I'll be satisfied as long as I get the information we need from him.
Well, let's find out.
God, he really is that one guy from the Eye Game.
The Eye Game.
The
oh my
Eye
god.
Game. I have to be vague.
Yeah.
Apparently he wears that crest Hakama every day. I don't know if it's Hakama or Hakama.
I'm not sure.
Not exactly casual wear for most people. No, it's not. Wearing something like that in this summer heat. That's commitment to keeping up appearances. Gotta look like the revered person he is. I'll get straight to the point. I believe you took a mermaid corpse into your possession this morning.
What?
That corpse is linked to an ongoing case. We came here to ask you to release it into police custody. I bought it off the police.
I have no idea what you're talking about. No idea what you're on about.
They put it on.
Summarized it.
They put it on Etsy. Of course, you will get something in return. We have some information I'm sure you'll find, excuse me, quite profitable in exchange.
Like I said, no idea what you're on about. If that's all you came here for, then scram.
Oh, pity. I really thought you'd be interested in what we had to share. Assuming you really are interested in immortality. Well, I suppose we barely know each other. It's only natural that you'd be wary of our intentions. What do you say a little chat to get to know each other better? Mr. Unakakudono. My god. Unkakudono. I already fucked it up.
I mean, it is a very unnatural word to roll off
of the tongue. And to be fair, I've been awake for less than 2 hours. And I've had 1 sip of caffeine.
Well,
and that was 5 minutes ago.
Let's chat, buddy boy. About yourself.
Hold on.
You were having caffeine, you're all good?
I hear you've been putting up quite a bit of effort into training up the younger generation recently. What's your take on today's youth?
Useless, a lot of them. Bunch of pushovers that have let this new generation tripe go to their heads.
Ugh.
We're the ones who built this country back up after the war. And they're out there strutting around like they own the place. Far too big for their britches.
My, what a scathing review. Would our resident member of the new generation like to comment at all?
Please don't drag me into this, ma'am. Please don't call me that.
I hear you've been searching for a successor, though. Given your strong opinions on the matter, I take it you're struggling? Though I can see why that could lead to a desire for immortality. After all, there's no need to cede your legacy to someone else if you can remain at the reins yourself,
That would have been true when I started my research.
Oh, I take it that isn't the case now?
I'm no spring chicken. The thought of living for hundreds of years like this ain't exactly appealing anymore. Don't see much point in immortality if I'm already long past my prime.
Well, that certainly is different from the rumors. My apologies for jumping to conclusions. Can't speak yet. You have my wholehearted agreement that immortality doesn't necessarily bring happiness, though.
Let me clear up one more thing while we're at it. I've already decided on my successor.
Oh?
Oh. Turns out the perfect candidate was right under my nose the entire time. I haven't told them yet, but they're a sharp one. They'll do a fine job.
Is that so? I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad I hear it too, because I'm like hearing. I suppose that would mean that you no longer have any need for immortality then.
Who said I wasn't still interested? It simply has nothing to do with my successor. I still intend on continuing my research. For medical advancement, you understand. Think of it as doing my bit for society. You lot are always quick to assume the worst of whatever I do. How about you mind your own business for a change?
Well, there's not much we can say to that. We'll try to be more discerning from now on.
I don't like how underhanded his successor comment feels of like, I've selected them, they just don't know it yet.
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
What if, oh my god, what if he's like, oh, they're gonna be a vessel for my soul and I'm gonna replace their...
That is extremely possible.
Like the whole star plasma vessel situation.
Oh my god. I've already chosen my successor, there's no need to hop on it anymore. Already written up my will and passed off to my lawyer. You be sure to let your friends at the police know too. Yeah, I think I think you're really onto something already.
That he's gonna, like, you know, quote unquote die.
Yeah, because he's like, this body's too old. I'm gonna find a different way about this. By the way, you're obviously not some run-of-the-mill cop. Who are you?
Who are you?
Oh my god. I used to be the kazoo kid.
Oh no!
Look at me now in this horrifying body. Oh wait, I didn't even mean to, I hit the button by accident. There we go. There you go.
Why, I believe I mentioned it when I introduced myself. I'm just a simple housewife.
A likely tale. Plus that fellow next to you also got a stranger about him. He's no ordinary person, is he?
He's like, what the fuck? My, how observant of you. I suppose you could say that, yes.
Doesn't take a genius to see it. One of them phony psychic types, are you?
Phony. Oh.
Phony. Hit a nerve, did I? There are far too many of your kind around lately. Cozying up to those in power by feeding them a bunch of nonsense. Liars and cheaters, all of you.
Oh, ooh. You seem to have quite the chip on your shoulder about this, Mr. Yamashina.
Don't know if it's because of this occult craze going around, but I've seen far too many folks get taken in by that tripe.
I've always loved how this game will change the sprites of the characters of the ones who are near the ones who are talking, so you can still see how they're reacting to the conversation.
Yeah. This is just a very interesting, that Wakamura over there, over on Kamishima is one of them. Talk about a waste of potential.
Oh. The 50-something guy.
Yeah.
Wakamura.
But it's very interesting that, you know, he has this thing of researching immortality, and we have the thought of, you know, maybe he's trying to find a vessel, but he doesn't seem to believe in the occult stuff as going on there. Seemingly that he was probably scammed by one or numerous in the past in his search for immortality.
Or it could all be a front.
It could be.
To throw suspicion off of him.
But was a pretty hefty reaction about, let's go on anymore, but can't say much about who you are anymore. You're going around with some phony psychic tells me all I need to know. How dare you?
Soto, calm down. He can think what he wants.
About mermaids.
There is one thing I should warn you about. Eating the flesh of that mermaid you found won't grant you immortality.
And what would you know about that?
Well, you know, one hears all sorts of things in this day and age. I don't know where it came from, but there seems to be a legend that eating mermaid flesh will grant one immortality. All I wanted to say was that it's just that, a legend. It has no basis in reality at all.
How can you be so sure?
Just think about it, if that legend were true. Wouldn't it be strange that no confirmed immortals have ever been found?
Yeah, who's to say they aren't just living in hiding?
The legend of the Yaobikuni is passed down over 100 places across Japan, yet not a single verifiable immortal has ever been found to show for it.
So you mean to say all those legends were fake? Please. If even just one of those tales is true, there's always the chance that an immortal hiding away somewhere.
I see. You really are quite the dreamer, aren't you?
I figured you were trying to bluff me out of that mermaid corpse for some reason or other. But now I'm sure of it. That thing's hiding some sort of secret, isn't it? Something you don't want me to find out. Kind of, because if it was... Because there is the fact of... Oh my god, Soto's... like, family artifact, an heirloom, is hiding in something that resembles the corpse of a mermaid. I don't know if it actually is one or not, or if he...
Yeah, see,
but there is also the body missing from the other one.
But
so
obviously, the whole, like, it's not about the fact that he doesn't necessarily believe in the occult. He just doesn't believe in psychics. Because he's talking about the mermaids. Like,
yeah.
How are you not sure it doesn't grant immortality?
Yeah, he's very steadfast.
So my theory could still possibly hold water.
And I do like the theory. I like that one a lot.
So you admit you have the mermaid corpse then?
Oh shit.
Oh, don't worry. We assumed as much from the start. That's why we're here. No, if not mistaken, that mermaid was in a sort of mummified state, no? I doubt you'll be eating it as is. Surely there's no harm in handing it over.
So you can hog it for yourself? You won't fool me that easily.
You don't think that a rare specimen like that ought to be placed in the care of a proper research institute?
I'm saying I'll get a specialist research institute to study it. Problem solved.
His face is so ugly. Ew. I suppose so.
More about the mermaids? I'll make sure that Mermaid gets studied properly. Don't you worry about that. I made that 10 times more creepy than I needed to, but it made it...
Okay, yeah, no.
Oh, I feel like it's gonna...
Maybe we have to talk about other stuff before.
Yeah, and it's gonna update on that one, but
By the way, you're quite well connected around these parts, if I'm not mistaken. This doesn't have anything to do with what we came here to talk about. But I was wondering if you happen to recognize the person in this sketch. It seems he lived in the Ise-shima area around 6 years ago.
Nope, never seen him.
That was fast. I assume you've heard the news about the old human bones found on the seabed. This is a sketch of one of the victims from that case. You sure you have no idea who it could be?
First I've heard of it, actually. Got no interest in things that have nothing to do with me.
The fact that he had to say that it has nothing to do with him is sus.
Wakamura?
Who might this Wakamura be?
Wakamura? He's one of my proteges. He's the one currently in charge over in Kamishima. Used to have high hopes for that one, but that changed when he came under the thrall of some phony sorcerer in Tokyo.
A phony sorcerer in Tokyo?
You heard right. Since then there's been no end to his nonsense. Buying properties out of the mountains, changing company names, all because of something the sorcerer whispered in his ear. He even told me the layout of my house was unlucky and tried to get me to renovate the place. Just recently was going on about some curse causing a big storm. It's sort of rubbish.
That was not rubbish. A storm caused by a curse, you say?
This is where it gets so weird. Like, he is, like... There are the parts where you can tell when he's, like, potentially hiding something, but he is so steadfast of, like... sorcerers are phony. Psychics are phony. Curses are phony. That's like mixed signals aboard right now. That the only thing he's focused on is immortality even potentially existing. Everything else is a fucking nuisance in his life.
God,
pretty much.
I love the calligraphy, like brush strokes that they used in this art style. Like,
it's a wonderful design.
You can see on his hair, especially in the back of his head.
Yeah.
It's the artist in me is.
Did you say this one?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. He even said the storm 5 years ago was caused by the same curse. He's been trying to wheedle me into helping him find some way to stop it. But I'm done with him and his ramblings. Man's clearly lost cause. He'll be coming over here tomorrow morning, but I'm thinking it's time to have someone else take the reins over on Kamishima.
I see. So even though you believe in immortality, you refuse to associate with anything to do with the occult.
Yeah, like specifically. And you do? I figured someone claiming to be a cop would have more sense than that. Oh, you meant to solve crimes if criminals can just pull out curses left and right.
It's difficult. You won't find me disagreeing there. So what exactly was this Wakamura been saying about this curse?
Hell, if I remember, why don't you go to Kamishima and ask the man yourself?
Maybe we will. Thank you for the information.
What an interesting fellow.
Yeah. Is there anything you can tell us about the phony sorcerer this Wakamura is so devoted to?
Wakamura went on about how there's some big shot who appeared on television, and I never heard of him. As I said, just ask him yourself.
Of course, we'll be sure to do so. Sorry.
I'm not quite sure what you're laughing at on that one.
Big shot will never be the same.
Oh my god.
He's big shot on TV.
Now's your chance to be a big shot. Alright. Still nothing about the mermaid.
Yeah, weird.
It might be time to talk to Soto.
Hey, buddy.
How's he feeling?
You alright? People like Yamashina have a tendency to underestimate... wait. Huh? I guess yeah,
this is you.
Underestimate me whenever I meet with them alone. Having someone intimidating like Soto with me gets them to take me more seriously. I'm glad he's here with me today.
Is it working?
He's being intimidated.
I'm amazed we're able to get an appointment with him this quickly.
Yes, and all thanks to Detective Ide. It would seem he's quite the capable fellow.
Okay, maybe I gotta think on this one.
Yeah.
Isn't that really... Unless, I'm scanning you.
Did you already look for stickers here?
When we first started out at the...
It's like the first... Oh, no you didn't.
Am I dumb? Or did I already touch that one?
Oh, you already...
Oh, yeah, I touched it already. I had the question mark on it. Yeah, that's
okay.
right. Okay, so yeah, I've scanned around. I was hoping to see something going on, but... Alright, I guess think-thong time.
After looking into the corpse of the mermaid found earlier this morning, it seems highly likely that it was taken into the custody of Mr. Yamashina here. He's quite the big shot around here, with plenty of weight to throw around both politically and financially. Of course, all the local police know of him, and of his moniker, Unkakudono. We had to get one of the higher-ups to act as an intermediary to even get a meeting with him. Personally, I'm happy as long as we get the mermaid corpse back from him. Although I certainly won't complain if he can tell us anything about the curse as well. I hear he's quite the curmudgeon, so we'll have to watch our step when dealing with him.
More thought?
Perhaps he isn't as fixated on immortality as I thought. That leaves us in a rather unfavorable position. How should we approach this now, I wonder?
More think.
That's the same thing.
Okay, that's the same.
So now maybe we can continue about the mermaids. Yeah. How about this then? If you agree to give up the mermaid, we'll tell you what we know in return. For someone who doesn't seem to believe in the occult, you seem awfully fixated on this mermaid and immortality, which suggests to me you found something you consider quite conclusive.
But what do you want about now?
Well, I happen to know a bit more about mermaids than most people.
Ma'am, are you sure?
It's fine. I had the opportunity to do some research into them a while back, you see.
You don't say. And?
Well, mermaids do indeed have the ability to grant a human immortality.
I knew it.
More precisely, individuals granted immortality in this way are known as 800-year immortals.
Okay, I was almost right before, but then way off on the number that I was thinking of before with that last thing. Huh. Does they have a lifespan of 800 years?
So they're elves.
My god.
That's right, as the name suggests, they gain 800 years of remaining life. During this time, they won't age a day, and even if they die, they'll resurrect immediately.
Sounds like a real blessing.
No, I'm afraid it's anything but. One who defies the very laws of nature like that is no longer human. They're an anomalous being that should not be allowed to exist.
Damn.
As such, our position requires that any such individuals we find are dealt with as swiftly as possible. Because imagine, someone who can live to 800 and can't die is dangerous.
We need an SCP containment center for these fuckers.
That is no bueno. Because then they can do anything they want to the world.
Yeah.
Indeed, this immortality was originally a curse mermaids placed upon humans.
A curse?
Immortality is neither a blessing nor salvation for the living. It's a curse that robs them of the ability to die. None of those who have become 800-year immortals have found happiness. Not one. It renders living among other humans impossible and makes them an outcast from society. Yeah, because if they're just around and people, like, you know, get older and they don't,
Yeah.
they're gonna get found out.
Looking at you, Tom Cruise.
Of course, there are a few years at first when life will be tolerable. But after that, every meeting ends in parting. You outlive whomever you love or are loved by. Even if you find acceptance, it will only be for a time. You'll always be shunned eventually. You'll experience this over and over for 800 years. 800 years unable to die with loneliness as your constant companion. This is why many see no other recourse than a life of monastic seclusion, just as Yao Bikuni did.
I suppose that makes sense. Still, there'll always be those who seek immortality. Always have, always will be. That fucking face.
Mm-hmm. You think so? I, for one, struggle to see the appeal. In any case, there are also certain conditions that must be met for this curse of immortality to be effective. Eating mermaid's flesh alone isn't enough to make you an 800-year mortal.
Oh? And what exactly are those conditions?
You tell me what we need to know, and then you can... Sorry to disappoint, but I'm not aware of the specifics there myself.
Okay.
But I can say this much at least. The mummy you have in your possession is no mermaid.
Huh? Bullshit. Ain't no way there's anything other than a mermaid.
What I mean to say is that mummy is a different being from the mermaids who wield this curse. Not all half-fish, half-human beings are mermaids, you see. In fact, calling them all by the same name is what leads to mishaps like this one.
Say what? You mean to tell me that's not a mermaid, that real mermaids are a completely separate thing?
That's right, which is why I can say with confidence that eating its flesh won't make you immortal.
Seems like you weren't bluffing after all. So what is this thing then? There's gotta be some reason you're after it.
I imagine that even if you had it dissected and examined, all results would point it to just being a mass of fibers. In other words, nothing more than a man-made fake. There's a very good reason for that. You see, that mummy is merely the corpse of an average human, twisted beyond recognition by the curse of the forsaken fish.
And you've lost me.
Look at his face.
What? Another curse?
Another curse wielded by mermaids, as it happens. That would be the remains of someone who died under it. It also happens to be the same curse responsible for the mermaids found every few hundred years or so across the country. You see now why we'd rather you handed the mermaid over to us. The poor soul deserves a proper burial, same as anyone else. Surely you're not so hard-hearted as to deny them that.
Curse is this, curse is that. It's all a bunch of hokum, if you ask me.
I thought it's hokum.
The report I got from the Research Institute earlier said exactly the same thing.
Oh my, I take it you already had the mermaid dissected then.
They said it was likely a fake, but I asked if I wanted them to keep going anyway. I told them to keep at it, but...
It should be clear now that you have nothing to gain from researching that corpse, least of all information on immortality. Won't you consider handing it over? Of course, we could always take you in on charges of abandonment and desecration of a corpse.
Alright, have it your way.
I'm so glad you've come around. Thank you for your cooperation.
Thanks, my guy. I'll give you the damn mermaid, but in exchange I want you to tell me one thing.
What is it?
You say there are real mermaids out there. Where are these real mermaids hiding then?
I suppose you could call it... the eternal world.
What? The eternal world? But that's too much for me. What?
Yes, mermaids are not creatures of this world, you see. Their original home is Ryugu, the domain of the sea god.
Ryugu? And how do you get there?
Oh my god.
Write it down in the sticky note.
I'm sorry to say that Ryugu's doors are only open to the dead. Going there is impossible for a living human.
You can claim anything with a fairy tale like that. It all sounds like hokum whatever it is.
I think it's hokum. That said, the entrance to Ryugu is said to lie somewhere in the Issei Sea. There have been numerous sightings of mermaids crossing over to this world in the area's long history, which is why Issei Bay has its share of mermaid legends too.
Now that you mention it, I have heard of one of those stories too. Some old tale about mermaids being found on some long-lost island called Taishima or the like.
What? Wait a moment, where did you hear that story?
Caught your interest, have I? Looks like this story has some merit to it after all.
God, look at Soto.
Yeah.
I was simply surprised, that's all. It's not a name I've come across in any historical records.
Can I see what that one? Because I want to try and get some of I know there's a lot of files that give us some extra information to keep in mind, but
to help with
since this seems to be super important,
because I know like they recommend reading the journals to help immerse yourself.
Taishima, an island said to have previously been located on the south of Kameshima, has long since vanished. It is sometimes referred to as Taishima or Lost Island. No official records remain, and it remains shrouded in mystery, with knowledge of it preserved only in tales passed down between residents of the Ise-shima area. Legends say the island was besieged by someone 400 years prior, and the curse of the murdered islanders caused the entire island to sink. Fascinating.
I think it's sometimes referred to as Taishima.
Or Taishima. That makes sense. Okay.
Not the same exact. Sometimes it's referred to as different spelling.
It's just something I heard from one of the youngins I have out there looking for mermaids.
Well, that's right. Theory time. Forgot.
Yeah.
I think. Oh God, what's the boy's name? The first main boy, black hair.
Main character or
Yuza?
Yuza, yeah.
You know how I try and remember his name?
What?
Yuzu, but with an A.
Of course.
I think that he did die in that storm, but then a mermaid brought him back over through to the other side before it was too late. As they were going, crossing over to... Because she just said that the only way to get to the realm that the mermaids live in is through death.
Yeah.
And I think he was about to cross over. And the mermaid was like, nah, and just kind of...
Okay, so on the verge of death, but not quite dead.
Yeah, no, not
yet.
dead. I
can go with that.
I didn't word it correctly, but he was halfway there.
Okay, yeah.
And she was like, no, you get.
I could see that being the case. But I don't know if he said this.
No.
Right.
That's the thing. Whenever I theorize before I read, you think I read.
I just don't remember.
I see. Sounds like you've got a capable young hand. I don't suppose it would be possible to meet with this individual.
Nope, not happening.
Damn it.
Unless you're willing to spill the beans on everything you know about mermaids. Every last bit of info. Maybe, just maybe, I'd consider it then.
Maybe consider as a result?
It's clear you're no ordinary housewife after all.
What do you mean?
Gross. Not interested? Then this meeting is over. I'll hand the corpse over to the police as promised. But don't think I've given up on mermaids or immortality. If they really exist, I'll find them and make them mine. I'm not a awful human being at all. Goodbye.
What a rat.
Little rat.
Well then.
Well, I guess we're still part of this chapter, so we're gonna... Oh, there's so much here. But it's so quiet, too. Alright, to Issei City.
It is very quiet. Did you see all those locations? The little brown spots throughout the map that are probably going to be other ones. I don't know if you saw.
I was just focusing on the one main name there. Hey there, you two. I'm trying to remember the voice that I gave him before, because I remember it was a little goofy.
Borderline Gaku. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
Just not as dorky and grinding on the ears.
But, hey there, you two. Sorry for calling out here when you're so busy.
Yeah, there you go.
I think it'd be great to give you the rundown on our findings as soon as possible.
It's no problem. Go ahead.
All right, but first. Oh, Jesus Christ, hey there, buddy.
Why does he always jump scare you? You know he's right next to us.
I don't know where he is. He just shows up.
Oh my God, why are you looking in the sky?
You never know where there might be some magic hiding around.
Oh, magic. Okay, I was like, who would put a sticker in the sky and how would it be possible?
Poster.
And what have we here?
Oh, this is a poster advertising Kameshima. Something about that catch your eye?
No, I was just thinking, surely it would be better to put it somewhere tourists will actually see it.
Good point. Maybe they had some posters left over. The fact that this is relevant in some way. Interested in Kameshima, are you? It's a nice place. Great tourist spot, too. I recommend it. Okay. Surroundings.
Oh,
This is
that's
still
right.
you. Yeah.
Right. This is one of Issei City's residential districts. I'm so used to red text being me.
Yeah.
Right now, the ground is so hot, the air around it seems to be shimmering. Ah, one of those days.
Oh, man. Wee. Lizzo cicadas roar.
They're yelling. Despite the heat, Soda looks as unruffled as ever. I do hope he isn't just pretending to be all right.
I am burning up inside.
I was going to say, look at the cloak that he has on.
Let's hear what Detective Ide has to say. Thank you. All right.
The singing's going off.
Worrying about my suit, are you? It's just a cheap old thing. Sorry, I don't have anything more presentable.
This isn't quite the voice you had before, but I prefer this one.
Yeah.
He has more life in him.
About Yamashina. So did you manage to meet up with Mr. Yamashina?
Oh, we sure did. Yes, thank you again for your help there. It seems he's willing to hand the body over without any fuss.
Really? That's great.
There was a lot of fuss.
Still, why would some big shot tycoon go to all that trouble to withhold a body? If everything I heard is true, you could probably talk him into charges of desecrating a corpse, you know?
Not talk him.
Or was there something special about that corpse?
He thought there was. How observant of you, Detective. I can, of course, explain if you'd like to know more.
Wait a second. Is it related to that secret department of yours? I think I'm better off not knowing if so.
Oh, really? I don't mind bringing you into the fold.
Ma'am, please stop trying to rope him into helping us.
We need more help.
There we go. I've never met the guy, but I hear he's quite the cranky old geezer. How'd your meeting go?
He was quite the cranky old geezer.
I bet he was pretty wary of you being with the police, but he didn't try to pick a fight or anything, did he?
Well, I'm not sure you could say it went smoothly, but I don't think we upset him, at least. Probably.
You, don't sound very sure about that. Portrait? Oh, right. That's exactly what I wanted to talk to you about. So I got all hands on deck to go around asking about the sketch you gave me. We finally found someone who recognized the victim.
Oh, that's great news.
The person who recognized him was a housewife in her 20s who lived in Kumano 7 years ago. Apparently the sketch looks like a 19-year-old she knew who left the village to go to the city.
So 7 years ago he was 19, no?
From the sound of it, the guy had no relatives to speak of, left the village with nothing but the clothes on his back. She doesn't know what happened to him after that.
I see. That would make him a young man with no relatives who left his hometown behind 7 years ago. Did we get a name for our mystery man?
Sure did. His name was Kipe Ikoma.
Oklahoma. Kipe Ikoma.
I looked him up in the residence registry, and it does look like he moved from Kumano to Issei City 7 years ago. But it seems he doesn't live at the place he put as his address anymore.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
I checked with the apartment's landlord, and it would seem about 6 years ago. Landlord had his contract terminated after he failed to both pay his rent and return to his apartment for several months straight.
Because he was dead.
Landlord didn't put out a search request or anything, so that's where the trail ends, I'm afraid. Damn.
The landlord didn't care.
Just was like, nope, he's gone.
If he went missing 6 years ago, I suppose it wouldn't surprise me if those were his remains.
Well, I'll keep looking into a coma to see if he was involved in anything that might have led to his murder. Of course, there's always the possibility we got the wrong guy, so we'll keep asking around just in case.
Please do.
What's this file here? Okay, so it's going to be about the case in which multiple human scouts were recovered in a deep fissure in the Toba seabed. The initial estimate indicated 5 bodies.
At least 5 bodies.
All victims are male.
Oh, interesting.
We didn't have that information necessarily before, so that helps. Each body is thought to have been disposed of at different times by a 10-year little gap there. The most recent body dates to about 6 years ago. Facial sketch got by Soto. Testimonies indicate the individual in this sketch, principally through the name of Kipe Ikoma, was 19 and went missing and had no known relatives. The other remains show signs of gradual aging. They also dating back to more than 30 years. Presence of the remains has been confirmed. They also completely decayed. Impossible to tell how old they are. Like its bodies could have drifted into the fissure. Shows signs of a clean, precise cut inflicted by a sharp blade.
That's right, yeah.
And they believe that they were killed by a curse. It was something connected to the Hike, that fucking samurai curse.
Yeah.
Heike. All right, thanks, my dude. All right, more about the sketch. The one we spoke to said the sketch was really accurate. No doubt in her mind it was Ikoma.
Well, that accurate.
Then I'm sure we've got the right person, because I am confident.
Good job, buddy.
Still, how'd you even make that sketch? There's nothing left of the victim but bones.
Well, let's just say it's classified for now.
Right, I guess that means it just shouldn't pry any further.
He's such a chill guy.
Exactly.
He's like, no, he's not. Tell me now. He's like, all right.
Oh yeah, I also looked into that lady you were asking about, Somikawa.
Oh, yes. Did you find anything?
Well, it seems she hadn't registered as a resident even though she moved here 5 years ago.
Oh, weird.
And nothing came up for Somikawa in the civil registry either. So I'm afraid I don't have anything on who she is or where she came from. Sorry to disappoint.
That's right. Somikawa would only come up on Kamishima, not here. Because Kamishima is the island.
Yeah.
I gotta keep remembering that this isn't Kamishima. This isn't where
technically
the boys and the girls are.
Yeah, we are technically a tiny bit in the past right now, researching things before heading there.
I see. Is that quite common?
It happens. It's not hard for folks from the countryside to come here and work and just drift on with no one really knowing who they are. Apparently it was really common during the post-war growth period.
It seems we have quite the mystery woman on our hands.
Yep, there is something I've been wondering about.
Oh, let's hear it. What is it, buddy? You have some idea who she might be?
Well, have you heard of the Kamishima Southern Sea disaster? It was a big maritime disaster that struck 5 years back.
I have, yes.
One of the victims of that disaster was an ama diver and a housewife from Kamishima by the name of Mari Minakuchi. But it seems her maiden name was Somikawa.
So our mystery woman shares a surname with a maritime disaster victim. I'm impressed you managed to dig that up.
The cicadas pausing is terrifying.
The cicadas are like, wait, this is getting good.
This is fucking dramatic. Hold on, listen in. I was already looking into the Kamishima disaster because of the skeletal remains, so it was a happy coincidence, if anything.
Oh, so you thought they might be related too? I'm glad it wasn't just me.
Anyway, it seems like the bodies of those disaster victims were never found in the end, which got me thinking.
Wait, are you saying...
Yup. I was thinking Mari Minakuchi could have survived the disaster 5 years ago.
See, that's what our first thought was too.
Yeah.
And you think she then moved to Ichika and started going by her old name of Somikawa again?
That's right. What do you think?
It seems like a long shot, but maybe? But if that's the case, why would she have stayed in Ichika for 5 whole years without thinking to contact her family?
That is one thing that, like, another reason why I was like, I can't quite say that it's her. Like, maybe it could
her
be a
son
family
is
member
fine.
or something. Her son is fine. Like, wouldn't you want to go back to where your family is unless you were trying to run from something or unless you're actually responsible for what was going on? I don't know, but maybe she lost her memories in the disaster. Fucking doubt that.
Right. If only she had her old memories to rely on, it wouldn't be that odd if she went back to using her old name.
Surely her appearance would still be the same, though. It's difficult to imagine no one recognizing her for 5 whole years.
Yeah.
It's possible she never ran into anyone she knew. That kind of thing's more likely than you'd think.
Especially if, she's not over there where she's from.
Yeah. Speaking of appearances, I found a picture of Mari Minakuchi from a report on the disaster. I haven't met this Somikawa myself, so could you take a look for me and let me know what you think?
Let's see. Boy, we were way ahead of this.
Yeah.
Oh, this is interesting. What do you think, Soto? I mean, look at that.
If she's aged 5 years and grown badly gaunt, I can certainly see how this woman might come to resemble Miss Somikawa.
My thoughts exactly.
doesn't quite have the clavicles there.
That's where the
that are as
gauntness
defined.
comes from.
Yeah, because the skin is going real bad.
Because like
but,
if you like lose a lot of weight, that's gonna happen.
But God, is it so damn close. So you agree it's a pretty solid theory?
It's certainly worth looking into, yes.
But if she really is Mari Minakuchi, there's something else that concerns me.
Something else?
Oh boy. This is just what I've heard. But it seems like the Islanders over on Kamishima think Mari Minakuchi was the cause of the disaster 5 years ago.
What? Why would they think that?
I'm just a messenger, don't shoot me, no idea, but it seems like it's pretty much taken for granted by most of the folks over there. Even just mentioning her name is a sort of taboo. So I was thinking it wouldn't be that odd if she felt she couldn't go back home because of that.
You were literally just saying that, remember?
Yeah.
Surely not.
Seems a good a reason as any where she wouldn't want to come forward anyway.
If she really is related to the storm 5 years ago, she's a point of interest regardless of her connection to the skeletal remains. Perhaps it's worth looking into that first.
Can I leave talking to Miss Somikawa to you two then?
We'll handle that, yes.
Oh boy.
Shall we think thonk?
See, that or talking to I guess it is think thonk time.
So people believe this Mari Minakuchi called forth the curse of the raging waves 5 years ago, do they? I didn't expect the curse of the raging waves to come up here of all places. Wait. That's it, I remember now. The sole survivor of Taishima, his surname was Somikawa. There was something else about Somikawa, a wooden box? Surely that'd be too much of a coincidence. That's right, she had the box. She was holding on to that box when she showed up to this place. That could be the talisman, or the curse stone, or whatever. That's what it's called. I think they're called curse stones.
That's about all I had to report. Well, I have almost a different idea, though.
What?
How do I want to formulate this thought that I had? Because she just specified that there was another family member before named as Somikawa. It was a male.
Yeah, her son.
I thought it was reporting as something completely... wait, what was the transcript? Because I thought it was...
the sole survivor. His surname was Somikawa. Remember? Her son?
Okay. I don't know why I thought that... Was Taishima the name of the sea accident?
Taishima was that island that's near Kamishima.
The one that doesn't exist. The one that sank.
Did it sink? Is that what happened?
Because isn't that the whole... oh boy, let me see if I can find... That'd be...
There it is.
Taishima.
South of Kamishima, as long as it's vanished.
Because yeah, that's all... causing the entire island to sink. But maybe it's a part of the ocean there? Well, we'll keep going. Because I was thinking that maybe there's a family history of people being able to survive, essentially, disasters and situations like that. But that's about all I had to report.
I just assumed she was talking about...
that makes more sense than what I was saying, so don't mind me.
Yuza.
I'm just dumb.
Thank you, Detective. That was very informative. As for our next move, could we ask you to keep looking into Kipa Ikuma for us?
Roger that.
Yeah, the 19-year-old. We'll see if we can find Somikawa again and hear what she has to say. Good luck finding her. Unfortunately, it looks like our trip to Kamishima will have to wait until tomorrow.
So it seems. Oh, you had business at Kamishima too?
That was actually our original reason for coming here, yes. But now we've gotten caught up in all this other troublesome business, so it looks like dealing with that will have to come first. And here I was hoping to get this over with as soon as possible so I can get back home to my husband.
I see you sure are devoted to your husband.
Oh, very much, though I do worry he never eats properly when I'm not around. In any case, please do get in touch if you find anything else of note. Even if it's just something out of the ordinary happening, anything could be of help.
Sure, will do. You're kind of making me worried something might actually happen now.
I'd certainly prefer if it didn't, Anyway, we're counting on you, detective. Me thinks her husband's not a normal person.
I have been worried about the same. Well, I mean, we know that he's supposedly, you know, quote
You
unquote.
see all the,
I see what you mean
the brown
about
spots
the.
of the future locations. Look
yeah,
at all that.
I see now, yeah. But yeah, we know that he's, you know, a psychic of some kind, but I feel like there's something more to
Something
it.
about him not eating properly when she's not there.
She's also like, it's really heavy-handed on the whole. Like
just like, oh, my husband.
Like, oh, I really
can't wait to
get
get home
husband.
to my husband.
It's one of those, if it's a random quirk fact, okay.
Yeah.
But we are like less than 3 hours into the game and it's been brought up like 6 times.
And there's usually no such thing as coincidences in mystery games.
Nope.
So
it's I believe we would call it a Chekhov's gun. By introducing it, at some point it's going to go off in relevance there. Toba City Coast.
Goodness. Sounded so evil.
Wasn't trying to sound evil.
Oh, you good?
Bad news, ma'am. It seems we were a step too late.
What do you mean?
It seems someone came and took that Sumikawa woman out of the sea just a few minutes ago.
Out to sea?
Out to sea.
That's not... What?
According to the witness, a foreign man came to the port with Miss Sumikawa in tow. Then they boarded a motorboat that was moored there and headed out into the bay.
Huh?
It didn't appear to be by force, we can probably assume they knew each other.
A foreign man? Not sure what's going on, but we should probably get a boat and follow just in case. So someone not Japanese, I'm assuming?
That's what I would assume.
Yeah.
Yes, let's see if...
Uh-oh. Soto, what's wrong?
This spiritual force, it's overwhelming.
I don't like that. Ooh, my body won't move. What's going on?
I think there's a curse wielder around.
Oh. Hello? That girl over there. Is she doing this?
Hello?
What a cutie patootie.
Definitely a young voice on this one here.
You can withstand this curse. You really are quite strong, mister. Sorry, but I can't let you go any further. I'll have to ask you to leave. Okay, that's Boithidikos Numa, guardian spirit, grant me the wisdom of the numinous. Oh, high guiding spirit, light my path ahead.
It seems like they've saved us the effort of searching for them.
So it seems. Let's see if this girl can tell us what we want to know. Damn.
Freaking scream wipe. Okay. Boy.
It's JJK now.
I don't remember how I handled these things before, but who are you?
I could ask the same of you. What do you want with Miss Somekawa?
So you know who Miss Sumikawa is, do you?
Maybe. What's it to you? I wonder if she's the foreigner.
Ma'am, this girl's spirit sense is extremely
I'm not
potent,
sure.
but she likes... Well, they mentioned he...
Oh, he...
took her
Never
out to
mind.
sea. But I think this could be the sorcerer in tow, or like the sorcerer that everyone's been obsessed with.
Oh, with the old guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But and this girl's spirit sense is extremely potent, but she lacks experience. She seems hesitant to employ curses against people. If I have an opening, I can use my curse of binding to restrain her. Usually it's too risky to use on ordinary people, but that shouldn't apply here.
All right. I certainly wouldn't mind getting some information out of her, so this is as good as an opportunity as any. I'll see if I can get her to lower her guard. When she wavers, I'll signal for you to use the curse of binding. Sound like a plan?
Sounds like a plan. On your signal. Oh boy.
Ooh. Use Soto Kiryu's curse of binding to restrain your opponent when they let their guard down. Press the use curse button to signal to him to use it. Oh, you only have 3 chances to use the curse.
So we have to find an opportunity where...
I remember this.
Well, this is different. I mean, it was just going head to head on curse users, but we have to see when this individual
It's similar to the first game.
Yeah.
But
We need to see when they waver a bit. Maybe they're a tsundere and they can't take a compliment, but...
You certainly have remarkable strength for your age. Why, it might even be too much for us. Oh, what's with the sudden praise? You're creeping me out.
Okay. Question.
Can we assume the foreign man who took Miss Somekawa is a friend of yours, then? So what if he is? Why are you trying to follow them?
Going great so far, peas.
Now, there's no need to be so uptight. How about we stop all this and just talk a bit? Not happening. You're just going to use a curse the moment I drop my focus. Wow, she's good.
Yeah. Hold on, just in case there's a... I want to make sure I save in case something goes crazy wrong on this. Okay, threaten?
If you resist anymore, we'll have you taken in for obstruction of public duties. Wait, you're with the police? Oh.
We are.
Should we keep threatening her?
Yeah.
Despite appearances, yes, defying us could net you quite the heavy punishment. I see. You must be from Paranormal Affairs.
I mean, it's the first time her expression has changed. I have 3 chances. Should I use the first one here, or...?
I would...
I'll wait a moment.
Yeah. Then I definitely can't do what you say. Yeah, good thing. What? Should we...
Peas, maybe?
We'd rather not be heavy-handed about this either. Let's calm down and find some other way to resolve this, Sorry, but that won't work on me. I'm at a rebellious age, you see.
Yeah, apparently. Compliment.
Even knowing we're from Paranormal Affairs, you kept a straight face and hid your ties. I can tell you're both bold and smart. Thanks, I guess. Will you give up now?
No. Oh boy, we're running out of things over here, but...
What do you want with Miss Somekawa? I could say the same to you. You just want the relic for yourselves, don't you? Relic? What? You know about the relic?
More question.
You're also with Paranormal Affairs, then? Sorry, I have no idea what you're talking about. I suppose this is the trouble with secret departments. Not even their own members recognize each other. What a bother. You're also with Paranormal Affairs, then?
Oh, wait, this is so...
It's the same thing.
Alright, it's just we might need to get more through, like, appeasing and stuff.
Yeah, that's it. Let's...
Maybe,
No, that wasn't the same thing.
Oh. But we can just keep
I told you I don't know what you're talking about. It's none of your business anyway.
Threaten.
Even though she had just said, it's like, oh, you're with Paranormal Affairs.
Yeah.
And now she's like, I don't know what you're talking about. What Paranormal Affairs was that? It's contradictory. You have quite some nerve standing up to us despite knowing where we're from. Don't think you'll get off lightly for this. Threatening me won't get you anywhere. You can't arrest me unless it's an emergency, right?
I'm starting to begin. I actually only... That one time over there may have been the big one.
So you're with Paranormal Affairs. But you need the relic yourself, so you're unwilling to cooperate with us. Am I correct? If that's what you think, can you give up already?
I guess we'll have to just give up the letter drop.
Yeah, I guess so. Alright, I understand where you're coming from. We won't interfere anymore. Soto, you can stop now.
Ma'am?
Really? Thanks.
Nah, gotcha, bitch.
Yep. Yes. You grown-ups and your dirty tricks.
Oh, that's so good.
You did well to be cautious of us, but I'm afraid this is how grown-ups get things done. It's how it's done.
I had the same thought. Holy crap, we're brain rotted.
Now, will you tell us what you're up to here? Ugh. Well, I suppose I've slowed you down enough. You'll never catch up to the boat now. Oh God. Procastisteri, guide my path, and with divine merciful hand uphold me.
What? She broke the binding.
Bye-bye.
Bitch, what? Confound it. Stop right there.
Looks like she's given us the slip. I doubt we'll be able to catch her now. Still, I'm going to have to have a word with Paranormal Affairs about that girl.
All right, then.
Devious adults achievement. I put in a call to Paranormal Affairs about our errant young lady just now.
I see. I assume she's indeed affiliated with them.
Yes, it seems her name is Circe Lunarlight.
What a fucking name.
She's an exorcist from England who's come here on exchange. Damn it! All right, now I know to give her an accent now.
Yeah.
Part of her spiritual training, as I understand.
I'm sure we'll see her again. The Lunarlight family. I see.
She sounds like a D&D character. Oh, are they well known?
I've heard of them, yes. They're a distinguished family of exorcists. Quite an old one, too. Would certainly explain the strength of her spirit sense.
Right. In any case, it seems she's in the care of paranormal affairs while she's in Japan. Honestly, I do wish they'd tell us these things in advance.
What is she doing here in Mie Prefecture?
Well, it seems even Paranormal Affairs isn't sure what she's up to. They've been looking for her. From the sounds of things, she's been skipping her training assignments to travel around Japan, visiting all sorts of spiritual spots instead.
Doesn't seem like they're going to keep an eye on her at all.
It doesn't seem like they are,
keeping an
yeah.
eye on her.
Unfortunately not. They asked me to tell her to return to Tokyo at once when we next see her.
I see. More work for us, then.
Yes, the things we find ourselves caught up in. She seemed to know about Somekawa too. I've got a bad feeling about all this.
Shall we try looking for her? I imagine she's still in the area.
No, not now. If all that is true, I doubt she'll be looking to cause too much trouble. Besides, I'm sure we'll run into each other again eventually. I hope so I can properly redo her
With all that
voice.
character design, I have a feeling, yeah.
Well, I think that's enough trouble for one day. Why'd the music stop?
I know, it's ominous. Everything stopped.
Let's call it a day. We'll head for Kamishima first thing tomorrow.
Understood.
It's so quiet. I hate it when it gets quiet like that.
Uh-huh. And that's another chapter done. All right. Looks like now we're going to work our way back up towards all the stuff at the beginning, and we'll go back to the old bestie squad as they talk about trying to find a mermaid mom.
And
next time.
memories of the last summer.
Yeah, because also she's even leaving to go back home.
She has this crush on this
The biker guy. Or not
older guy. He's like, what?
This guy.
Wasn't he like
19,
21?
20? Oh,
He was like 21 and she's like 17.
Was it?
21,
yeah.
Yep. Which is,
and it's the son of this fucking guy.
That's
so
right.
I'm sure that's gonna go great.
where did he? I guess he got his looks from whoever the mom is, because he did not
definitely
get
not
them
from
from
this
his
fucking
dad.
guy.
Oh
Nope.
my. We're so nice.
Uh-huh.